All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he powers his way up past. It's the 30.
Let's run, fellas, let's run. Right there. All day, baby. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Detroit! Detroit!
They begin the drive with Hill. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the carry, it's Hill, and he'll be taken down at the 18. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Detroit!
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Charles Tapper in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Hill. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. This time, Jackson will throw it. Just keeping the play alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. That's not new. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Over! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
Jackson on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson is going to fire one deep over the... It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So we have reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Gun!
Now Allen throwing on second down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. They go play action here on first down. That's caught by Kelly. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. This give is to McCoy, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen off the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's Kelly. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Allen going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
All right, now look at 56.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Hill, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Buffalo. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this 2nd half. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And here come the Bills. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Allen now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The busy night continues for Hill. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Hill. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Hill, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On second down, Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, here's Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Allen to throw on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run on first down. Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Ravens, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get